Hello guys, so welcome to the very first episode of Excel for construction professionals. So if you work in the construction industry, whether as a quantity surveyor, a project manager, a site engineer, or even a student, or whichever profession in the construction industry, Excel is one of the most powerful tools you can master. And the thing with Excel is it will help you with your work without necessarily needing to pay licensing fee, and it's easy to use. So in this series, I will be showing you a step-by-step guide on how to use Excel specifically for construction tasks. So let's dive right in. So why Excel? Now, in the construction industry, we deal with a lot of data. As you can see here, this is a Gantt chart showing the work breakdown structure. A lot of data, we deal with quantities in the Bill of Quantities, measurements, we deal with costs, schedules, progress report, and more. So now Excel will help us organize this data, do quick calculations, automate repetitive tasks, and also present our reports clearly. So now if you are looking to do any of these things, Excel will give you the flexibility and speed to get this done. And for example, this is a work breakdown structure created using Excel. We also have a BOQ right here created using Excel. We also have our valuation. This is summary of the valuation, and this is a valuation for the reinforcement here created using Excel. And you can also measure using Excel and also prepare your estimate using Excel, and also you can use it to store data from a market survey. So Excel will help us in properly carrying out all of this. So now let's take a look at the basics of Excel that every construction professional should know. So now when you open your Excel, this is how it will look like. Now you see your columns which are labeled A, B, C, D continuously like this, like that, and you also see your rows which are these ones here labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you see, combination of these two is more like a box. So this is like this box here is A1, this other box here is B1. Now this box here now will be what? C4. Now the names of these boxes, you can always see them up here. Now this box is what is regarded as a cell, and this cell is where you would enter your data. So now let's say you enter a list of materials. Now you are trying to create a list of material. You can type here, let's say cement. Now you typed that in a cell. Now let's say sand. Now you can also always put their quantity here. So now let's say 2 bags. That's for cement. For sand, let's say 30 tons. So now this is just a simple use of Excel. You input your materials and the quantity in the cells. Now if you are to format this, you can just highlight the cell, and if you want to make it bold, underline it, change the font size, increase the font size, like your normal Microsoft Word. They are quite similar in that case. So that is what you just do. Now what if you want to perform regular addition or subtraction? How are you going to do it? Now for your addition is plus, subtraction it is minus, for your multiplication is asterisk, and for your division is the slash sign. So now let's do a little example. So now let's say here we have cement used week 1, right? Yeah, let's say cement used week 2. Now you now want to find the, now let's say week 1 they used, let's say 10 bags. Cement week 2, sorry, they used 5 bags. Now you now want to find the total used. Now you can just easily do equals to. Now before you use any formula on Excel, you must click on the equal to first, then equal to, then click on it, this, then press your plus, then click on this. Now, in cases where they are long and you don't want to be clicking on them one by one, you can easily press. Now, let's say I want to add these three together. Now, that's these three. Yeah, you can easily press equals to, then click on your sum. Once you press your sum, open your bracket, then you highlight them and you click enter. Then you see the total. Same thing with division or multiplication. Don't worry, as we proceed, we'll be using all of these. Now let's quickly run through some common things we use Excel for in the construction industry. Now we use Excel in preparing bill of quantity. As you can see here, this is your detailed bill of quantity here that was prepared using Excel. Also, you can also use it for your estimating, for calculating the cost of each work item on the bill of quantity. You can also use it for your material tracking. You can also use it for labor schedule, to know the amount of laborers that will be needed for a particular work, and also for preparing your program of work. As you can see here, it is also used for preparing your program of work. This will show you who is in charge of each work item, the time required to complete, and how far they've gone, the percentage they've gone. And you can also use this in preparing your site report if it is a weekly or monthly progress, and it must be done in table. And don't worry, we'll cover all of this in future episodes. That will be all for today's episode. It was a very simple introduction, but at least it was a solid ground to start. So in the next episode, I will be showing us how to create a simple bill of quantity using Excel. We are going to use the formulas to calculate the amount automatically. So if this was helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow construction buddies. And also, if you have any question or idea of what we should touch while in this series about Excel, drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.